Hey, what's up guys, Derrik here. Today I'm gonna do another reaction slash tutorial video of the new Bryan song, Build Me a Daddy. I have heard this song before, but I saw that he played it on Jimmy Fallon with just him and his guitar. So I thought it'd be cool to teach you guys how to play it just like he does in that video. I have to be honest guys, I haven't been the biggest fan of Bryan's newest music. I think a lot of his most recent singles have been tough, but this one for me is one of the best songs that he's released, in my opinion, in the last few years. It kind of reminds me of some of his older stuff. So yeah, I thought it'd be cool to teach you guys how to play it. Let's jump into the video.
A boy walks past a window of a glowing open sign, full of wooden toys and trucks and painted trains.
Okay, so right away I can tell it's in the key of D. I think he's actually playing it in drop D tuning because he's playing you can hear that low D string in the beginning there. So I think he's actually playing this. Right there.
Bryan.
Yeah, so he's playing it in drop D tuning, which if you haven't done it before, just like I did, you'll tune that low E string, the 6th string, down to a D. And so really what I do if I have to play in drop D tuning is you want to match to the 4th string, because this 4th string is also a D. And without a tuner, you can kind of get it close. But that's really all you need to do to play it in drop D tuning, which is what he's playing here. And in this video, he's playing an electric guitar, but everything will be the same. I'm playing an acoustic, he's playing an electric, but in terms of like chords and strumming, nothing changes on that front. So yeah, everything will be the same there, except the sound will be a little different.
A boy walks past a window of a glowing open sign, full of wooden toys and trucks and painted trains. Rings a bell up on the counter, hands a picture to the man of a kid beside a soldier smiling away. Said, sir, I've heard you can build anything. Could you build me a daddy? Strong.
Okay, so that part right there where he goes, could you build me a daddy? That is the start of the chorus. But up until that point, he played, I think, four main chords. And those chords are a D, he played a G, and because you're in drop D tuning, you have to play it like this, and I'll have the chord diagram in the corner. You can too, I've seen people play it like this, but this is the way that he's playing it. He had a B minor in there, which is barred, and he also had an A. The first part, he did something like that. He's doing this picking, but I don't think there's any like rhyme or reason to it. A lot of times you'll find when people are playing guitar, they're picking, it's very nuanced, so they're not playing like a specific pattern the whole song. But I think what he's doing is something like this. And what I'm doing there is I'm just going 6, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then he went to the G, and same type of thing, back to the D, and then I think he went to a B minor. Let me rewind that.
Full of wooden toys and trucks and painted trains.
B minor to G,
Rings a bell up
back to D.
Hands a picture to the man of a kid beside a soldier smiling away. Said, sir, I've heard
B minor.
you can build
A, G.
Could you build me a daddy?
Yeah, so okay, so on the last half of the verse, he does kind of that walk down of B minor to A to G. With words, he goes, you know, rings a bell upon the counter, hands a picture to the man of a kid beside a soul, smiling away. Said, sir, I heard that you can build anything. Could you build me a daddy? So that part, yeah, I was just going B minor to A to that G. And again, the picking pattern is just kind of that, you know, 6, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3. So really, you're just doing that on the chords, and the verse has the G, the D, the A, and the B minor. So now I think we are into the chorus.
Strong as Superman, make him 10 feet tall with a southern drawl
A,
and a crooked smile if you can.
G.
I sure miss him. Maybe you could bring him back. If I walked in with him, it'd sure make mama happy. If you could build me a daddy.
Yeah, so one thing too, one of the things he's doing is he does this, and all that really is you hammer onto the 5th string of the 2nd fret, and then you pick the 4th and 3rd string, and then the low E string open. And so the chorus actually had the same chords in it. He starts out on that D. Could you build me a daddy? Strong as Superman. So on that, he goes to an A. Build him 10 feet tall with the southern drawl. B minor to A. And a crooked smile if you can. To G, cause I sure miss him. Back to D. Maybe you could bring him back. A. If I walked in with him, it sure make mama happy. So that was just B minor to A to G. If you could build me a daddy. Back to D. And then he did that picking pattern there too. And now you're into the 2nd verse. And again, guys, I'm just doing the same picking pattern there, really the whole song. It's just I think he switches it up a little bit, but as long as you're picking, you know, the 6th, the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd string, it really doesn't matter what pattern you use. Like if you do something like this, or if it's gonna all sound good, but he's just kind of picking on those strings. So now you are into the 2nd verse.
There's an old Winchester rifle back home hanging on the wall.
D to G.
He promised me he'd teach me how to
B minor,
aim.
G.
And he said when I got older, we can work on that curveball. I know he'd never want to miss a game. So here's a little money that I've saved. Could you build me a daddy? Strong.
So that verse was actually the same as the first verse, and kind of to recap, guys, he does that walk down from B minor to A to G only on the 2nd half of the verse. So in the first half, he just goes from D to G, back to D, and then he goes to B minor to G. But then the 2nd half, when he goes to that B minor, he then goes to the A and down to the G. So like, so when he goes, there's an old Winchester rifle back home hanging on the wall. He promised me You teach me how to aim. So I just went from B minor to G there. And now you're back to D. And he said when I got older, we could work on that curveball. I know you never wanna miss a game. So that part, I went from B minor to A to G. So here's a little money that I've saved. Could you build me a daddy? And then you're into the chorus again.
Yeah, Superman. Make him 10 feet tall with a southern drawl and a crooked smile if you can. I sure miss him. Maybe you could bring him back. If I walked in with him, it'd sure make Mama happy. If you could build me a daddy.
His vocal sounds good here.
Give him a big heart.
So yeah, that chorus was the same as the first one, you know? Could you build me a daddy? Strong as Superman. Sorry, to A. Build him 10 feet tall with a southern drawl and a crooked smile if you can. So just B minor, A to G. Cause I sure miss him. Maybe you could bring him back. A. Sorry, I don't know the lyrics. I'm looking at the lyrics on the screen because I don't know them very well yet. If I walked in with him, it'd sure make Mama happy. If you could build me a daddy. So again, B minor, A, G to D. And now I think you are into the bridge.
Make his arms wide him a big. Give him a
yeah, so give him a big heart. That is the start of the bridge. I think, and you know, it's tough because I really like Luke Bryan. I like his old stuff, and this kind of reminds me of that. But to be honest, I've been a little tainted by his recent music just because it's been tough for me to listen to. And I'm happy to hear this song because I think this is the first song of his when I played it where I was like, you know, this is it. This is the stuff that, in my opinion, that he needs to be doing more of. I think the fans would really appreciate if he went back to some of the older stuff like this, and I think they'd be more receptive to it. So I think he sounds good here. I think the guitar playing is good. I think his vocal sounds really good. I like the setup of the video too. You know, he's in this, it looks like almost like this cathedral type of studio thing going on. So yeah, I like this so far.
Give him a big heart, make his arms wide open. I know he misses me, so mister, I was hoping you could build me a daddy.
So I think he started on A.
Give him a big heart, make his arms wide open.
Make his arms wide open. So he's on B minor. Give him a big hug, make his arms wide open. To G. I know he misses me, so mister, I was hoping. I think that's what he's doing. So B minor to G to D to A.
I know he misses me, so mister,
D.
I was hoping you could build me a daddy.
So on that A too, one thing that I noticed that he does is he'll hammer on to the second string of the third fret with his ring finger, his third finger. So it's kind of a cool trick you can do, like when you're playing an A, you know, you're picking it. If you hammer on and pull off, it gives a little more texture to the chord.
Strong as Superman, make him 10 feet tall with a southern drawl and a fishing pole in his hand. I sure miss him.
So this is all the same still
Maybe
for the
you
chorus.
could bring him back. If I walked in with him, it'd sure make my mama happy. If you could build me a daddy. Could you build me a daddy?
Cool. I like that performance, man. I wish he did more stuff like this. I like this Luke Bryan. I really do. But really, guys, I mean, there's really 4 chords in the entire song. So you have the D, you have the G, you have the the B minor, and you have the A. And he does a picking pattern for the whole song. There was no strumming in that video. So really, it's that picking pattern we went over where it's 6, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3. And then the only other thing that he kind of does is the little hammer on. So I'm hammering on to the 5th string of the 2nd fret and then picking the 4th and 3rd string. And then the other little nuance that he does is that pulling off and hammering on to the 2nd string of the 3rd fret on the A chord. So yeah, guys, that's how you play Build Me a Daddy by Luke Bryan. I hope that was helpful. If there's any other videos you guys want me to check out, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.